Hi, welcome to valuationpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about all things related to business and valuation. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a valuation expert in St. Louis, Missouri. I have the pleasure of discussing the impact of COVID-19 on business valuations and this concept called EBITDAC, so EBITDA with a C, with Achille Ekeu, a business valuation expert in Washington, D.C. First, we have to understand cash flow, right? And then we have to understand what is the impact of the pandemic on growth. And what do we even mean by growth?
Right. Growth is about when a company is slated to grow, for example, at 2% or 3%, year to year, right? So it depends. It's a projection that companies do for themselves. They project that they're going to be growing 2% or 3%, this year or the following year. So when that projections, it's put into question because the fact that we're not sure about what's going to happen in the economy, we don't fully grasp what's going to happen in our surroundings, so we kind of feel like, this growth may not be realized. And so because those growth projections are not, we can't rely on those growth projections anymore, it has an impact on our revenue and therefore our valuation. So the growth potential of a company is what small investors or big investors look for. They come to your business, they want to look for the growth potential of your company. And when they find out that, wait a minute, those growth potential are not there anymore, they're not reliable. So they start feeling that, there is a risk, for me here to go into this business. So they're reluctant to invest. And because of that, it impacts directly your cash flow, which again impacts the valuation of the company. So that's the impact of growth here.
Because a lot of times we're looking at growth from revenue growth, from expense growth, even a long-term growth rate, which in the past, we would look to various industry resources and sources of historically, what's the growth been in this industry?
Yeah, exactly.
And now we have the pandemic and it's like, wait a second, how are we supposed to predict the future when there's so much uncertainty, right?
Absolutely.
And we can't even rely upon the historical growth in the actual company, which is also difficult.